Now let me introduce Kaylee Zajac, who will present the student commencement address. Kaylee is a double major in supply chain management and economics. Her journey through MSU has taken her across the country and around the world. She has interned from Grand Rapids to London, and she will soon start as a supply chain rotational analyst at 3M, which she will keep on her move because this is what is going on. Closer to home, she has been a busy Spartan. She's been active in campus organizations, including Supply Chain Management Association, the Spectrum Consulting Club, the Spartans Sierra Club, and the Residential Initiative on the Study of the Environment. She also minored in environmental studies, demonstrating a passion for incorporating sustainability into business practices. She hopes to build a world in harmony with itself. Please join me in welcoming Kaylee.
Good afternoon, families, friends, MSU faculty, and the Broad College of Business graduating class of 2018. It is a great honor to have the opportunity to speak to all of you today. Unfortunately, my fellow graduates, if you thought today marked the end of learning for a while, you were wrong. Today, I'm going to teach you how the past 4 years mirrored the basic steps of the supply chain. For those of you who don't know, each business student is required to take an introductory course in supply chain management called SCM 303. This class detailed basic supply chain principles, and whether you realize it or not, the core concepts we learned apply to life lessons beyond the boundaries of the classroom. 4 important steps have shaped 4 important years. Each and every one of us has a different story to be told, and a different definition of our own success. However, we all share in the simple fact that we planned, sourced, made, and delivered. Freshman year, a year dedicated to realization. We planned what we thought to be a foolproof 4-year strategy of success. We were confident that our parents' advice, Google's top 10 prospective jobs list, a high school personality test, and our hopes for what we wanted to be good at would lead us to a perfect beginning. Our young and naive selves were certain we were well prepared for what was to come. College is just high school without a curfew and the ACT, right? What we didn't know is that planning takes time, and it's almost never done right the first go around. More importantly, plans are meant to change. As freshmen, we didn't understand that having a perfect plan without welcoming change doesn't get you very far. Just like that, those high school curfews turned into sleepless nights at the business library, and the ACT turned into unwanted cumulative exams. We never planned for the things we didn't think we'd feel. Some of us went home 2 weeks after moving in because we forgot stuff, when in actuality, we just needed a hug from our parents, or maybe another laundry tutorial. I, for one, didn't plan to hit my steps for the day by only walking into my first class, or to spend $271.99 on my first college textbook, or to even like football as much as I do now. That's exactly what being a freshman is. It's a time for self-discovery. You find this unstoppable newfound confidence in meeting new people, and in navigating a place home to only a mere 50,000 other students. The path you planned years ago probably looks nothing like the one that you took. But you're here today because you embraced change, and for that, you were successful. In the blink of an eye, you begin to carry that confidence into your sophomore year. Now, you turn to sourcing. This year, it becomes important to acquire the skills that define your experience as a student, create your unique competitive advantage, and shape your role as a Spartan in business. It's kind of hard to tell what you need when you might not have everything figured out. I didn't even realize this until Thanksgiving, when my family wanted to know where I saw myself in 10 years. I may have liked the major I picked, but all I saw into my future was figuring out what calf I was going to eat at for dinner the next day. It was time for me to seek advice from a mentor of mine, someone with experience, knowledge, and wisdom. I approached her and asked, when and how did you decide what you wanted to do with the rest of your life? You know what she said? When I figure it out, I'll let you know. In that moment, I realized there's no such thing as a perfect sourcing strategy. All I needed to do was trust myself and work hard towards whatever was ahead. Like any good sourcing method, my skills came from multiple avenues, like my jobs, clubs, and classes. For all of us, these opportunities helped us grow personally and develop professionally. We were finally comfortable in handling uncertainty, curious enough to ask questions, and brave enough to be leaders. Just as quickly as before, we entered the year of making, junior year. This year, we made and defined ourselves. We felt our greatest pressures and experienced our proudest moments. We hoped that our dedication to our planning and sourcing would lead us to our dream internship, or the e-board position we so deserved. We had high hopes that the house we camped outside of DTN for would finally be ours, or that we would cross off more things on our MSU bucket list besides just eating dairy store ice cream. The responsibility shaped and molded us into excited young professionals. We learned to juggle 3 group projects, 4 exams, and a youth presentation all in the same week, while shaking hands and polishing our resumes for recruiting season. You wanted that effort to pay off, and it did. You may have landed your #1 internship, or maybe you didn't. You probably dedicated too much time to filling out your March Madness bracket when you should have been studying for your midterm, but you were still successful. Through our realized passions and the happiness in our friendships, we made ourselves into the people we set out to be. We took advantage of countless opportunities, challenged ourselves to take risks, and watched as all our component parts began to fit together. Senior year is where all the planning, sourcing, and making come together. We deliver the final product, our best and most prepared selves. We have become the true definition of a Spartan. It's incredibly humbling and rewarding to know that this chapter in our story was nothing we expected and everything we hoped for. We learned things inside and outside of the classroom, like the significance of a well-practiced elevator speech and the importance of health and happiness. Honestly, we took a break from some of that accountability. For me, it was planning my last senior tailgate. For you, it may have been those extra unnecessary hours playing Fortnite. Regardless of what it was your reward for crafting, shaping, and improving yourself, the final product. In SCM 303, we learned about disruptions. They interrupt the flow and flexibility of the supply chain. These major breakdowns hinder precision and performance, like a natural disaster or a failed technology. They leave us in a constant struggle to mitigate risk, but there is beauty behind them. They can leave a company resilient and better prepared, just as they can inform us of our greatest weaknesses and our underutilized strengths. They teach us things we otherwise wouldn't have known. They're exactly the kinds of disruptions that happen to us as students. Think about all the unexpected events that made you stronger. A poor grade, the loss of a loved one, a goal you didn't quite reach, and so many other things that have a place in your story. We made it past these individual moments in our lives because our time here at MSU helped us navigate uncertainty. It allowed us to create our own definition of success. Our commonality comes from the fact that we all planned, sourced, made, and delivered the best version of ourselves. We embody diligence, integrity, and the ability to deal with ambiguity. It allowed us to create our own definition of our success. This room is filled with connections you made and the people who played a significant role in your story. So thank you to our family members, professors, advisors, and MSU staff for your guidance and encouragement. Today, as promised, we learned a lot. We learned that 4 steps we may not have given much thought to led us to become the graduating class of 2018. And as you leave here today, you don't need luck. What you need to remember is that you created you. From this day on, you'll be fine-tuning and changing that final product yourself. Because plans are meant to change, and everything doesn't need to be completely figured out. Congratulations, my fellow Spartan business leaders. Your transformation was empowering and completely yours. You should always be proud of it. Thank you, and go green.